Hello guys, welcome back here to the Mopar Nationwide Series. We're here for race number 16 of the season, as we're here at the Richmond International Raceway for the running of the ToyotaCare 250. These drivers are ready to go racing here around this very rough short track here in Richmond, Virginia, and looking forward to a great 40-lap race that is about to begin. On the pole today for the third time this season is Danny Wells in the 5. Still looking for his first win, came in 8th in the standings. He's trying to gain some ground up to battle for another championship and try to defend his crown as he's on the pole today here at Richmond. On the outside of him is his good friend Steve Gonzalez in the Pennzoil number 1, a two-time winner this season. Looking to help himself out in the points. He's basically ran pretty bad other than those wins. He's 35th in the standings, trying to make some ground up. He's just trying to get somewhere up toward the top 10, I guess, or even the top 20. Steven looking for his third win of the season today. Behind them is Zohar Munn, who's also won this season. He starts third. The outside him is Charles Jackson, the 16, who starts 4th. Charles' teammate Sean Hindley in the Valvoline paint scheme, he starts 5th. 6th is Michael Norman, 2nd in the standings. Sean Galligan starts right there in 7th. Outside him in the 8 and P8 is Joshua Mudd, the Las Vegas winner. Right out the top 10 is Ryan Juke and Trent Dunham. And the points leader you see where my mouse is, that's where Aaron Reed is starting. Aaron's going to have to make some ground up. He's going to be behind Michael Norman. He comes in with a 31-point lead over Michael. So Aaron's going to have to try to make some ground up today as he's kind of a dismal spot for qualifying. And the driver has probably more momentum than anybody in both series combined is driver the number 11, Rohit Vaderview, who's actually had a horrible qualifying spot. He starts 41st. Rohit Vaderview is the winner of the last 2 races I've recorded. He won at Boston, the Nationwide Series, for his first win, and then he followed it up with a win over in the Cup Series at Pocono through some pit strategy and got the win. And Rohit Vaderview swept the weekend of weekend 15. So big win and a big weekend for Rohit Vaderview. So he's going to try to keep the momentum going. Comes here 10th in the standings. Finally got that win. Got that monkey off his shoulder in both series. So now he can just focus on winning more races and getting back in the championship battle. But he has a long journey today as he starts in the back, as he tries to make his way up and try to challenge for another win. But without further ado, get ready to get this race going for 40 laps around Richmond. Get ready for the command and the starting grid.
Just like I told these boys in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is just everybody carry their weight.
Waiting for the pace car to go. There goes the pace car. We'll have to do this really quick.
10-4.
But anyway, here's your look at your starting lineup for today's ToyotaCare 250 here at Richmond. We are back. The pace car is already heading off. And now it's like your starting grid. That's Danny Wells, Steve Gonzalez. They're ready to take them to the green flag, and there it is. We are racing here at Richmond. The ToyotaCare 250 is underway. And don't be surprised to see some 3 wide going on. These drivers have found some extra grip there on the bottom, and that was Brody Vanta being the first driver to try it. Goes under Ryan Juke and Trent Dunham and going after Joshua Mudd. Danny Wells pulls away with the lead as they battle side by side for second. Zohar Munn and Steve Gonzalez. Oh, there's contact. Michael Norman just got put in the wall, second in the standings. There's a lot of damage already to the side and the back of that TaxSlayer.com Chevrolet. We're still green. I don't know who hit him. It might have been Ryan Juke, I'm not sure. Somebody's got to have some damage with them. But there's a lot of damage, and Michael is falling back. And they're 3 by 3 back here. Look at this mess. And it's right in front of the points leader, Aaron Reed, who's on the high side of this. Looks like we're racing at Talladega. How these guys are racing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. I sure haven't. Ooh, Dylan Young, you're not clear, Tim Walsh. Ooh, that was close. These guys are still racing hard. Like I said, right in the mix of this is the points there. Aaron Reed, who is stuck on that outside. He can't go anywhere. He's stuck behind Daniel Hummel and dropping like a rock to the back. Danny Wells continues to lead up front. Well, back up to Joshua Mudd. I think he might have been the one that got into Michael Norman. I see a little bit of damage on the right side of that 8 car, so it might have been the 8 and the 88 that got together. I'm not sure. I think Michael's still falling back. Oh, car went flying down the inside. That was Seth Cole, but he kept it going. I think Cole Daly got into him. Go back up to the front now. As leader right now is Danny Wells, but he has a mirror full of Zohar Martin. Zohar has been one of the more consistent drivers this season. I think he's led more laps than any other driver in the season. And he's looking to try to get another win. He's had a couple wins slip out of his grasp. He finally got a win. And I can't remember where it was at. I apologize, but Zohar is still looking for that second win. As him and Danny Wells have put a little bit of distance on third place now. That is a battle between Sean Galligan and Sean Henley. Battle of the Sean's. Looks like Galligan's going to get it from Henley. And Steve Gonzalez, the outside pulser, slipped to 5th. Anthony McCurry up there in the 38's up to 6th place. Charles Jackson is 7th. Brody Banta is going to battle for 8th with Ryan Juke. And around out the top 10, who started 10th, was Trent Dunham, as he's still running in the 10th spot. And the field has stayed calm. Looks like they're separating. We got a battle for the lead. Zohar Martin to the inside of Danny Wells. And he's going to clear him off turn number 4, the 99 to the point. We're going to check on the back of the pack right now, see what's going on. Here's Jake Rogers back here, racing along with Ryan Acosta, Joshua Collar, Chris Dollarton, and Alex Jones, who started dead last. And there is the points leader. He's stuck on the outside. Aaron Reed is still falling back. Not quite sure what's going on with that Z-Line Toyota. I believe he'll be in the deep 30s. Aaron Reed crossed the line that time in 38th. Michael Norman right now is running in 19th. He hasn't lost his points lead yet, but it's really hurting him. The guy came in 3rd in the standings. Mike Becker right behind them. I haven't seen where Mike was. There's Mike Becker. He's running in the 16th spot at the line. Becker's trying to make a move up toward the front. And Danny Wells is actually taking the lead right back from Zohar Martin. As Sean Henley has cleared Galligan back for 3rd in that Valvoline Ford. Right now it's Chevy, Toyota, Ford, top 3. The highest running Dodge right now is Chris Kyle, who's running in the 14th position. Single file all the way back to this battle right here for 6th place. Charles Jackson goes to the inside of Anthony McCurry. Looks like the 16's going to move up. A couple of the Roush cars looking good today with the 6 and the 16 running well. Good to see Charles having a good run today. He's had a struggle ever since he won at Memphis. Would love to get another win and get back up to the points. Trent Dunham slipped up. Randy Carpenter just slipped by in the 30. Here comes Richard Johnson in the 28, following suit. This is 8th, 9th, and 10th right here. Brody Vance is being passed by Chris Kyle back there. We go back up here. Zohar Martin still on the back bumper of Danny Wells, who they've shuffled the lead and switched it back and forth. So far, 15 laps in at Richmond, we're clean and green. They survived that first couple of laps, and they're starting to get spaced out a little bit. I believe once they do pit stops and all that, the field, it's going to be facing cars all over the track, and that could be a problem for the leaders, as they're still in a gaggle on the back of the pack. As Aaron Reed has finally worked his way to the bottom, and somebody just went way up the track up the lead. Might have been Michael Kazi. That 17 car, he slid up right in front of his teammate Daniel Hummel. These are the other couple of Roush cars not running so well today. Jake Rogers trying to work his way up. James Wallace back here. Jack Richards back here. Josh Collard. Joshua Osborne, Dylan Young. Cole Daly back there. Austin Ogo. Some of these guys we're going to talk about today. And there's Michael Norman. He's still slipping back. Cody Lamish just went by. Here comes his teammate, Tim Walsh, going by. Right now, Michael Norman, once he gives up that spot, Michael Norman's going to be currently in the 25th position and slipping back even more. Over the 3 wide right here. Roy Vader, who's made a great run to the front. There's our last 2 race winners at Coca-Cola and Boston. Brett Yates and Rohit Vader got a couple rookies picking up their first wins the last couple of races, battling right now side by side for position. And at the front still it says Danny Wells is leading. We'll go back and check on him. I just saw some damage on somebody's car. I thought it was like Ryan Juke or somebody. It looked like somebody had some side damage. I don't know. Still, I don't really know exactly what happened to Michael Norman. We'll have to go back and look at that later if we don't get a break. But right now, Danny Wells leading the way. Danny is this is one of his favorite tracks, I guess you could say. He has a good history with this place. Danny picked up the win last season in the Mountain Race Series. Got himself into the chase. Got him up to 10th in points with his win here at Richmond. And got into the chase. Had a good showing there. And a player again this season once again. And he would love to win here again. He has history at doing good once again at tracks he's won at previously. Over another track in particular. That was a race that Danny thought got away from him here in the Nationwide Series after winning there a season ago. Danny back to one of these tracks he really loves, Richmond. I don't know if he really does or not in real life, but at least on here he does maybe. So Armand still hanging around in second. Sean Gallagher's gotten back around Sean Henley for third, who drops to fourth. There's Gonzalez, Jackson, McCurry, Randy Carpenter's on the move. He's up behind his Turner, Scott Motorsports teammate, Anthony Curry. Carpenter's up in 8th spot. Carpenter early in the season was probably the best qualifier in the series. As of late, that reputation's kind of fallen off of this driver in this 30 car. The rookie's kind of not been up there as much. We haven't really talked about Carpenter. Right now having a good solid run, 8th place. Nonetheless, having a great run today here at Richmond. Richard Johnson and Trent Dunham right now still running in that 10th spot, right ahead of Ryan Juke. Here's Ethan Hamill right there, the Darlington winner, right now running in the 12th spot. Chris Kyle, Brody Banta, Justin Williams top 15. Then you got Sam Young, Aaron Williams Jr., James McLeod, and then the battle for 19th place between Cody Lamas and third in the standings, Mike Becker. Right now, looking through the standings though, Alex Jones started back there as well. He was 4th in the standings. Sean Henley right now is taking the biggest advantage of those other drivers having bad qualifying runs and falling back. Henley 5th in the standings coming into today's race, running in 4th place. Huge points there as of now for this 6 team. Henley hasn't picked up a win yet this season, but would love to go back to victory lane. He won twice last season, and we got pit stops going on. Top 2 to not pit. It's going to be led by Sean Gallagher and Sean Henley, who give up 3rd and 4th, going down pit road, along with Steve Gonzalez. If I can get to him, not as many cars are pitting. Steve Gonzalez, Charles Jackson, Ethan Hamill, James McLeod, Randy Carpenter, Josh McCollar, Michael Norman with damage, Dylan Young, James Qualls. And now here comes the leaders. Danny Wells, Zohar Martin are pitting. Richard Johnson stays out to lead a lap. There's a bonus point for him. We're keeping an eye on Danny. As other cars are pitting. You see Alex Jones and Rohit Vader view back here. There's an extra spot. Oh wait, never mind. There's 42 cars. I had a dumb moment. Gotta watch out for contact coming off pit road. It says Richard Johnson's still leading. And Michael Norman's sitting on pit road. This is not good for the 88 car. Norman second in the standings with a lot of damage. They're fixing it. I guess it's very important to. And the battle possibly coming off pit road. Danny Wells and Zohar Mutton. But here comes Sean Galligan. He paid a lap earlier. He might get around both of them. He's around them. Yes, he is. Sean Galligan to the point. Last couple of races seem like they've been coming down to pit strategy. Galligan pitted a lap earlier. Oh, where's Sean Henley when he was right with him, I thought. He's actually falling back a lot. Galligan really took advantage of that. Now it says Chris Kyle's leading. Oh, there he goes. He won't be leading now. Him and Sam Young and others are coming back out. Right now, Sean Galligan looks like he's to the point. And 3, yes he is. With 12 laps to go, Danny Wells is 1 second back. Jack Richards is coming off pit road. Looks like Danny Wells is going to be second. Zohar Martin's third. Randy Carpenter. He was 8th before that pit stop. He's up to 4th now. Oh, Jack Richards. That car just came off pit road. Just about ran into the 30 car. That could have been bad. They opened the door for Anthony McCurry to go inside of his teammate and battle for 4th place. Good run for a couple of those Turner cars running good right now. A couple of rookies. And then Jack Richards somehow went a lap down. Ethan Hamill, Richard Johnson are 6th and 7th. Justin Williams 8th. Sean Henley is 9th. And James McLeod, who finally got his first top 10 at Coca-Cola. I believe it was Boston, I guess it was. He's right now running 10th off for another top 10 as Hindley's starting to slide back in the 6th car. Right now, Galligan's all by himself. Michael Norman and others, a couple guys did go a lap down. Jack Richards, Seth Cole, Michael Norman's 41st, Joshua Mudd is 42nd. Tough race for them. You're looking through here, Mike Becker's 29th, Aaron Reed is up to 27, so he's actually ahead of the two guys right behind him in the points. So he's salvaging what he can today. Right now, as we're under 10 laps to go, the distance was 1.2, now it is just under 1.2 seconds. They're not even gaining a 10th on him. Galligan's right now in a good spot. Oh, I thought I saw a car go up in the wall. Right now, Danny Wells, Zohar Martin were both battling for the lead for most of this race. Now they got to chase down that 3 car, the American Ethanol Chevrolet of Sean Galligan. Galligan came in this race looking for his first win. Hasn't got it yet. He picked up his first Mountain Race Series victory not too long ago at Coca-Cola. So he got that win off. Now he's trying to get his first Nationwide Series win. Galligan is 16th in the standings. Should really help him out, get up in the top 10 points possibly, how he's running. The lead's not even down a 10th yet. It's 1.1 seconds back to Danny Wells as this time by. It'll be 5 laps to go. Zohar Martin's still on the tail of Danny Wells. And this race stayed clean and green, surprisingly. And just how it's looking, they're not gaining enough time on him. They're going to catch him. McCurry's going around Carpenter for 4th. There's Johnson. He's going around Hamill for the 6th spot. Justin Williams, Sean Hindley, and James McLeod, and Aaron Williams Jr. is right outside the top 10 and 11. At a track he's vocally said he hates with a passion. I've heard enough. Here's Sam Young, Chris Kyle right here. Steve Gonzalez is back here in 14th. Tim Walsh is now 15th. Looking through the field. Saw Michael Norman there. Last early Vader view. There's Aaron Reed right here battling with Jake Rogers ahead of Mike Becker. Aaron Reed right now is running in 28th. He just wants to finish today's race. He's had an awful car today. It's not been a fun day for the points leader. It's 9/10 of a second. They're just not gaining enough time on Sean Galligan, who's a couple laps away from picking up his first career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. And I know that 3rd place car wants to win the race because it's a Toyota sponsored race. Zohar Martin would love to win the ToyotaCare 250, but he's going to need a miracle and needs to make up 0.8 of a second basically and get around that 5 car to catch that 3 car and make it happen. He's the only chance for Toyota to get a victory. And he has 2 Chevys in front of him, Danny Wells, who's dominated this race today, and the guy that got out in front on the pit stop, Sean Galligan, pitted a lap earlier, got the lead, and he's less than a lap away from picking up his first career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. And him and Rohit Vaderview have something in common. They're basically getting their first win in both series very quick after the other. It looks like Galligan's going to be able to hang on. Danny Wells and Zohar will not be able to catch him. Sean Galligan is going to come to the line. Sean Galligan's going to pick up his first career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. He wins the ToyotaCare 250 here at Richmond. And just like that, another race seems like it came down to pit strategy. He pitted 1 lap earlier. It worked down his way. And he got ahead of Danny Wells and Zohar Martin and the rest of this field. And Sean Galligan, 3rd before the pit stops, 1st after, hung on and wins the race for his first career win. Congrats to Sean and that whole 3 team. And that's a huge victory and possibly get him up into the top 10 in the point standings. But the points will probably have a different look now that a lot of the guys up in the standings had an off race. We'll have to wait and see on that. As race 16 is in the books. I know this race is kind of late for a Richmond race, but I kind of just mixed the schedule up. Like I said, I was trying different stuff out, and I forgot about running Richmond, so I thought this was an appropriate week to have it. But that is that. Richmond is done. Danny Wells ended up 2nd once again, trying to get that win. He's having kind of a Steven Gonzalez effect here in the Nationwide Series that Steven has in the Cup Series, so Danny doesn't want that to happen. Hopefully he'll pick up a win soon. He's getting some poles lately too, so doing good on the qualifying side, so Danny should be moving up. He'll probably be up almost in the top 5 in points, so still a good points day regardless for Danny Wells, who I'm pretty sure locked up the most laps led. Zohar Martin, another strong run for that low-budget team, Grab Racing, so good run for Zohar. He needed this run big time too. 26 in the standings coming in. This will help him a lot. Anthony McCurry, 4th, gets the top 5 with his teammate Randy Carpenter. And then you got Richard Johnson, Ethan Hamill, Justin Williams, James McLeod, another top 10 for him. He's starting to get a streak going. And Sean Hindley rounds out the top 10. Aaron Williams, Chris Kyle, Sam Young, Steven Gonzalez, Tim Walsh, your top 15, and the rest of your top 20. Teammate Cody Lamas finished 16th, and you got Charles Jackson, Rhett Yates, Brody Banta, and Joshua Collard rounds out the top 20. And as we take a look at the rest of the field, like I said, no caution today, which is rare at Richmond. We got away with that. And then you got Alex Jones, Dylan Young, Joshua Osborne, Luke Walker, Xavier Livingston, Trent Dunham. He slipped back to 26. I don't know what happened to him. That's weird. He was up in top 10 all day. Jake Rogers, Rohit Vaderview, Mike Becker, and Aaron Reed. Points leader is up 30th today. That's going to hurt, but it didn't hurt that his other competitors had trouble today. Mike Becker, third in the standings, finished right ahead of him in 29th. And you got Cole Daly, James Qualls, Chris Dollard, and Michael Kazi, Ryan Juke, Ryan Acosta, Daniel Hummel, and Austin Ogo. 38 cars that finished on the lead lap. And Jack Richards, Seth Cole, Michael Norman, second in the standings, had damage earlier on, got put in the wall, had to repair it, and took a lot of time, ends up 41st. And the car we believe got into him, Joshua Mudd, ends up 42nd, dead last today, also a lap down. Well, it could have been worse for the points leader, but he might have salvaged what he could today. But we'll have to see what the points is like at the end of the video. As Sean Galligan and the whole RCR American Ethanol Racing team pick up the win today here at Richmond to take the ToyotaCare 250. I hope you guys enjoyed today's race of Race 16 in the Mopar Nationwide Series Season 3. And remember to comment, like, subscribe, and remember please to comment because I am keeping up with it now if you're in the series. I just gave everybody a clean slate from race 15 on, so if you haven't watched 15, then you need to watch that and keep up with the series so you don't get kicked. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys, and I enjoyed doing this race. And one last time, congratulations to Sean Galligan on picking up his first career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. And I'll see you guys for the Mountain Race Series, race 16, coming up very soon. And this is recorded on Thanksgiving Day, so I know I'll probably be late and not be on Thanksgiving, but a happy late Thanksgiving to everybody when this video's out. And hopefully everybody had a good time before this video's out. So yeah, I'm going to go eat and be fat, so I will talk to you guys later.